Where is the line these days, in your opinion, between network engineer and software engineer? How much programming and API knowledge and everything else does a network engineer need to have today? And what should they be thinking about and doing to level up their skills if they don't have that right now?
Yeah, it's becoming an essential skill set. I still talk to a number of customers who really don't have this experience in house. But every time I talk to those engineers, they've been thinking about it. Oh yeah, I've been trying to find the time to get ramped up on this. So if I do talk to executives or I get people to commit to events like Cisco Live, my number one thing is do not waste your time going to just like mindless sessions. Go to the DevNet sessions. Go learn this because you will take something away from that you can bring back to your job 100%. So it is super important. And there's so many resources out there to go learn like the basics of Python and whatnot.
Yeah,
Hell, you can like throw it into ChatGPT and
yeah, right.
it'll spit out a huge chunk of it. So, knowing enough to be dangerous, that's the bar for that has become very low, right? Like you can
Yep.
learn a lot really quickly, but it's absolutely an essential skill set. Every tool you use is going to have to be connected to another tool. Most IT organizations, there's not just the networking guy. It's basically like IT. You got to manage a ServiceNow instance. You got to manage your network infrastructure. You got to manage, all the different applications that are used. You got to be able to learn how to tie those systems together to do automation to just make your life simpler. So it's quickly becoming like an absolute essential skill set.
It's pretty pervasive, right? Infrastructure as code is everywhere, it seems like, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think Cisco does a really good job at marketing how good we are at this. We have a whole marketplace where we go vet third party apps that connect into Cisco. It's something that's part of my daily talk track of like, hey, what else are you using? What do I got to plug into? Right. And, I'll get three or four companies, I'll go look them up on the marketplace and, oh, we already have like a partnership with them and just plug your API key in and they can do XYZ integration.
What are some of the coolest apps that you're aware of that you can have that plug and play connectivity with?
I've already harped on it a couple times here, but ServiceNow is probably the coolest one. Like we actually partnered up with the ServiceNow team and built out a connector, which is featured in the ServiceNow marketplace.
Okay.
So basically, it pulls in your entire Meraki infrastructure into ServiceNow, including all the metadata, like things like tags and addresses and all that sort of stuff. And then a savvy engineer can then program like, okay, if I get an alert from this device that has this tag that's in this time zone, that ticket gets generated with all this relevant information that comes over from the webhook, and it gets automatically routed into this ticket workflow assigned to this engineer in this time zone. So for large organizations that are managing sites around the world, like, or just distributed sites in one country, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to get the information to the people who can solve it. And yeah, I've had several customers be blown away by that integration. That I think is one of the coolest ones. It's pretty impressive how vast our ecosystem is, because every week, every month, there's a new featured partner on there, and these are people that are doing some cool integrations.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.